सभी स्टूडेंट्स का इस बेहतरीन प्लेटफॉर्म ईएफई पर स्वागत है। मैं डॉक्टर सुशील सारण साइंस का एक चैप्टर ब्लड सर्कुलेशन वाला लेके प्रस्तुत हुआ हूँ। तो अपने बात कर रहे हैं ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम के अंदर अपने हार्ट के बारे में बात करेंगे, ब्लड की चर्चा करेंगे, डिटेल से चर्चा करेंगे अपने ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। सबसे पहले तो क्या है कि ओवरव्यू है कंपोनेंट्स द ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम्स आल्सो नोन एज द कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम। दिस इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन। ह्यूमन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम इज आल्सो कॉल्ड कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम। कार्डियो वर्ड ये भी हार्ट के लिए आता है। कार्डियो वर्ड कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम इंक्लूड्स द हार्ट, इसमें हार्ट के बारे में आएगा। नेटवर्क ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स, network of blood vessels and the blood that circulate within them. The human circulation system also known as cardiovascular system, and in cardiovascular system we include heart muscle, cardiac muscles and blood vessels and blood. Heart structure and function. Now this diagram you see, these are the atrium auricles. Heart is 4 chamber, atriums are equal size, and these are ventricles, and left ventricle is largest in size because ventricles not divide similarly as like atrium. Ventricles divide asimilar, ventricle divide asimilar. That's why we can say ventricle is asymmetrically divided, and left ventricle is the largest chamber of the heart. And here the scenes blue line, these are veins, vena cava, anterior vena cava and posterior vena cava brings blood in the right atrium, and these are aorta. From left ventricle to whole body blood goes through the left aorta. Heart structure and function. First of all, what is the second name also known for blood circulation is cardiovascular system. In cardiovascular systems we include heart, network of blood vessels and blood. Location and protection. Position. The heart is situated in the thoracic cavity. Between the lungs and slightly tilted to the left lung. Size. It is roughly the size of cleansed fist. Protection. In case within a double-walled membranous sac called the pericardium, which contains pericardial fluid that cushions and reduce frictions during heartbeats. As like heart is lying in thoracic cavity, between two lungs, slightly tilted to the left, and size of heart is cleansed chest, and heart protection is by double-walled membranous structure, and this is called pericardium. Chambers of the heart. The next point, chambers of the heart. One is atria and second one is ventricles. The heart has two upper chambers called atria, singular atrium, which are smaller and receive blood. Atria are smaller and receive blood. Ventricles below the atriums are two larger chambers. Ventricles are larger chambers called ventricles that pump blood out of the heart. Septa. Next one is septa. The interarterial septum divide the atria and the interventricular septum divide the ventricles, providing structural and separations. There are two types of septum, interarterial septum and interventricular septums. Recall back. Chambers of the heart. One's chambers are atria. Atrias are smaller in size and receive blood. Ventricles, larger chambers and pumps blood out of the heart. Septa. These are two types of septa, interarterial septum and interventricular septum. Valves and blood flow. Next point is valves and blood flow. Atrioventricular valves. The tricuspid valve is located between the right atrium and ventricle, right side between atrium and ventriculum, and the mitral or bicuspid valve is between the left atrium and ventricle, regulating the blood flow from atria to ventricles. Semilunar valves. These are found at the exits of ventricles. The pulmonary valve at the entrance to the pulmonary artery, and the aortic valve at the entrance to the aorta, ensuring blood flow out to the body and lungs without backflow. These are the valves. Recall back. Valves and blood flow. On the right side present is tricuspid valve between right atrium and right ventricle, and mitral valve situated On the left side, between left atrium and left ventricle, semilunar valves as present between pulmonary valve. These are two types, pulmonary valve and aortic valve. Pulmonary valve found between right ventricle and lungs, or we can say pulmonary artery, and aortic valve found between left ventricle and aorta, between aorta, pulmonary valves and aortic valves. And these valves ensuring blood flow out of the body and lungs without backflow, without backflow. Next one, cardiac muscles and electrical activity. Cardiac muscles and electrical activity. Muscles type. The heart is made up of specialized cardiac muscles capable of enduring continuous cycle of contraction and relaxation without fatigue. Ventricular thickness. The wall of the ventricles are significantly thicker than those of atria due to the higher force needed to pump blood through the body and lungs. Ventricular thickness. Ventricular thickness because of force needed to pump blood through the body and lungs. Recall back, cardiac muscles and electric activity. Ventricular muscles have high thickness because it needs force needed to pump blood through the body and lungs. Next one, nodal tissue and heart rhythm. Nodal tissue and heart rhythms. SAN, sinoatrial node, SAN, located in the right atrium. This is located in the right atrium. This is the primary pacemaker. SAN is also called primary pacemaker of heart, generating impulse that set the heartbeat rate of approximately 70 to 75 beats per minute. Atrioventricular node, AV node, atrioventricular node, AV node, positioned at the lower right corner of right atrium, right corner of right, lower right corner of right atrium. It receives impulse from the SAN and relays them to the ventricles. Call back, nodal tissue and heart rhythms. First nodal tissue is SAN, sinoatrial node, situated in right atrium, This is the primary pacemaker. SAN is also called primary pacemaker and generate heartbeat 70 to 75 beats per minute. Second nodal tissue is avian, atrioventricular node, avians, and position lower right corner, lower right corner of the right atrium, right atrium. Both nodes are situated in right atrium. The next one is conduction pathway. Conduction pathway. The atrioventricular bundle, AV bundle, originate. The atrioventricular bundle, AV bundle, originate at the avian, passes through the septum and divide into right and left branch that further split into Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers spreading throughout the ventricular musculars to coordinate efficient contractions. Auto-excitability, auto-excitability. The node's tissue has the unique capability to generate action potentials without external stimuli, without external stimuli, ensuring consistent heart rhythm, consistent heart rhythm. Conduction pathway, SAN, and after then SAN to AVN, atrioventricular node. From AVN passes through the Purkinje fibers, Purkinje fibers, and these are having a special quality, auto-excitability, auto-excitability. Nodal tissues are having auto-excitability without external stimuli, without external stimuli, and consistent heart rhythm, consistent heart rhythm. The next one is functionality of the heart. We are talking about functionality of heart. Heartbeat and rhythms. The SAN ability to produce the highest number of action potential per minute establish it as the natural pacemaker, natural pacemaker. Detecting the rhythm beating of the heart essential for effective blood circulation throughout the body. As like we can say SAN, sinoatrial node, is called natural pacemaker, natural pacemaker, and control the function of heart. The next one is cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle. Overview of the cardiac cycle. The cardiac cycle is the sequence of events that occurs as the heartbeat encompassing the systole. Systole means contraction. Systole of heart means contraction of heart, and diastole. Diastole means relaxation of both the atria and the ventricle. This cycle ensures the continuous flow of blood into the circulatory system. Phases of the cardiac cycle. First of all, during cardiac cycle, contraction of heart is called systole. During cardiac cycle, relaxation of heart is called diastole. Diastole, systole and diastole. Phases of the cardiac cycle. Joint diastole. First is joint diastole. Joint diastole. Initial condition. All four chambers of the hearts are relaxed. All four chambers initially they are relaxed. Valve status. Valve status. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open. Both tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open, while semilunar valves are closed. Semilunar valves are closed. Blood flow. Blood flow from the pulmonary vein and vena cava into the left and right atrium and then into the ventricles. Blood flow from the pulmonary vein and vena cava into the left and right atrium and then into the ventricles. Atrial systole stimulation initiated by an action potential from the sinoatrial node SAN. Sinoatrial node SAN. Again recall back, in initial condition all four chambers are relaxed. All four chambers are relaxed. Valve status, tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open, while semilunar valves are closed. Blood flow from pulmonary vein and vena cava into the left and right atria and then into the ventricles. Stimulations initiated by the action potential from SAN, sinoatrial node. Stimulation start. Effects. Both atria contract simultaneously, pushing additional blood flow into the ventricles. Blood flow from atria to ventricles, increasing ventricular filling by about 30%. Ventricular systole after then. Signal transmission, the action potentials moves from the atria to the ventricles via the atrioventricular node, atrium to ventricular via the atrioventricular node and the bundle of His ventricular action. The ventricles contract, increasing internal pressure which closes the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. During contraction of ventriculars closes tricuspid and bicuspid valves to prevent backflow to the atria. This is the ventricular systole. Action potentials moves from the atria to the ventricles via the atrioventricular node and the bundle of His. Ventricular action, the ventricular contract, increasing internal pressure, which closes tricuspid and bicuspid valve to prevent backflow to the atria. The next one is semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. As pressure builds, the pulmonary and aortic semilunar valves open, allowing blood to be ejected into the pulmonary artery and aorta. Ventricular diastole, relaxation. The ventricles begins to relax, reducing the internal pressure. Closure of semilunar valves. Closure of semilunar valve. Decreasing pressure causes the semilunar valves to close, preventing blood flow from flowing back into the ventricles. This is the relaxation, ventricular diastole. The next one is valves reopening. Valve reopening. The lower pressure in the ventricles compared to the atria causes tricuspid and bicuspid valves to open, preparing for the next cycle of filling. Cardiac cycle duration and output. Cardiac cycle duration and output. Cycle duration. Each cycle lasts about 0.8 second. 0.8 second times taken in cycle duration, correlating with an average heart rate of 72 beats per minute. Average heartbeat is 72 beats per minute. Stroke volume. Each ventricle pumps approximately 70 ml of blood. 70 ml. This is a stroke volume of blood per beat. Cardiac output. The products of the stroke volume and the heart rate, typically 5 liters per minute. Cardiac output is 5 liter per minute. 5 liter per minute. This is the cardiac cycle duration and output. Cycle duration 0.8 second and heart rate 72 beats per minute. Stroke volume 70 ml per beat, or we can say 5 liter per minute. This is a cardiac output. The next one is regulation of cardiac output. Regulation of cardiac output. Adaptability. Adaptability. The heart can adjust both the stroke volume and the rate of meet the body's demand. For instance, the cardiac output of an athlete during intense activity is much higher than of a non-active individual, as like cardiac output of athlete during intense activity is much higher than that of non-active individual. cardiac output of non-active individual is low and in athlete is very much high. Heart sounds, heart sounds, first heart sound, that is lub, produced by the closure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve at the beginning of ventricular systole. Lub sound produced by the closure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. Closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valves sound is lub sound at the beginning of ventricular systole. Ventricular systole. The next one is second heart sound. That one is dub sound. Dub occurs when the semilunar valves close at the beginning of ventricular diastole. Second heart sound dub occurs when the semilunar valves close at the beginning of ventricular diastole. Clinically significance of sound. These sounds are crucial in diagnostic heart health and function. Via auscultation with a stethoscope, we can listen these sounds with help of stethoscope. And the next one is electrocardiograph, ECG. Electrocardiograph, ECG. Overview of electrocardiogram. An electrocardiogram is a vital tool in modern medicine, providing a graphical representation of the electric activity. Graphical representation of electric activity of the heart over time. It is essential diagnostic tool that helps detect and monitor various cardiac condition. ECG setup and procedure. ECG setup and procedure. Standard ECG connects to record a standard ECG. A patient is typically connected to the electrocardiograph machine using three leads. And the next one is on each wrist and one on the left ankle. These leads capture the heart's electrical activity. Detailed analysis for more comparative cardiac evolutions. Additional leads can be placed on the chest, providing a clearer and more detailed view of heart's electric behavior. This is the representation of ECG, standard ECG. P wave, QRS complex and T wave, PQRS-T. This is the representation of ECG. The next one, component of ECG. Component of ECG. P wave. P wave represent the depolarization of atria. Depolarization of atria is called P wave, which precedes the atrial contraction, and during depolarization of atria, atrium contraction, this is where the electrical impulse that initiate the heartbeat is first visible. QRS complex follow the P wave and reflect the depolarization of ventricle. Depolarization of ventricle represent QRS complex, which triggers ventricular contraction. We also can say ventricular contraction is related with QRS complex. This complex is critical as it represents the main pumping phase of heart, known as systole. Next one, T wave indicate the repolarization of the ventricles. Repolarization of ventricle means T wave, or they return to a resting state post contraction, the end of the T wave. Again recall, P wave is related with depolarization of atria, or we can say atrial contraction. QRS complex is depolarization of ventricles, and we can say ventricular contractions. T wave, repolarization of ventricle. These are the waves. The next one is understanding ECG readings. Understanding ECG reading. Heart rate calculations by counting the number of QRS complex. Number of QRS complex is related with heart rate. Over a certain times, the heart rate can be determined. Each QRS complex corresponds to one heartbeat. Diagnostic importance. The ECG ability to capture the exact timing and duration of each phase of heart's electrical cycle makes it invaluable. Deviation from the typical ECG waveform, a specific lead configuration can indicate cardiac abnormalities or disease such as arrhythmias and so many diseases. Next one is clinical significance of ECG. ECG are crucial in both emergency and routine medical diagnostics. They provide immediate data that can guide the management of acute cardiac events like cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest can be found with help of ECG, as well as long-term monitoring of chronic heart condition. chronic heart condition is also examined by the help of ECG. The standard appearance of ECG traces in healthy individual versus the variation seen in different pathological allows clinicians to quickly assess and respond to patient need. These are the clinical significance of ECG for cardiac arrest patient, for chronic heart condition, so on. Double circulation. The next one is double circulation. Structure of blood vessels. Structure of blood vessels. General composition. Each blood vessels, whether an artery or a vein, is composed of 3 layers. Each artery or vein is composed of 3 layers. First one is tunica intima. Tunica intima, the innermost layer made up of squamous epithelium. Tunica intima is made up of squamous endothelium. Squamous endothelium. Next is tunica media. Tunica media, the middle layer containing smooth muscles. Tunica media contains smooth muscles and elastic fibers. Tunica media is having elastic fibers, allowing vessels to withstand pressures and adjust flow dynamically. Tunica externa, the outermost layer composed of fibrous connective tissue. Tunica externa is made up with fibrous connective tissue. Fibrous connective tissue which provides additional support, Again, recall double circulation. Structural of blood vessels. Blood vessels are having 3 layers. Inner layer is tunica intima, that is made of squamous epithelium, and the middle layer is tunica media, that is made up of smooth muscles and elastic fibers, and the tunica externa is the outermost layer, that is made up of fibrous connective tissues. And the next one is components of double circulation. First one is pulmonary circulation. Flow. Deoxygenated blood is pumped from the right ventricle into the pulmonary artery, travels to the lungs for oxygenation, and return as oxygenated blood through the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. This is the flow of pulmonary circulation. Deoxygenated blood is pumped from the right ventricular, pumped from right ventricle into the pulmonary artery, into the pulmonary artery, travel to the lungs, travel to the lungs for oxygenation, for oxygenations, and return an oxygenated blood through the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. Next one is systemic circulation, flow. Oxygenated blood is pumped from the left ventricle into the aorta, distributed to the body through a network of arteries, arterioles and capillaries, and returns. Systemic circulations, oxygenated blood is pumped from the left ventricle into the aorta, distributed to the body through a network of arteries, arterioles and capillaries, and returns as deoxygenated blood through venules. Deoxygenated blood returns through venules, veins, and vena cava to the right atrium. Function: deliver oxygen and nutrients, to body tissue and carries away carbon dioxide, and waste product. This is the function. Next, spatial circulation, special type of circulations. Hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal system. Blood from the intestine is routed through the hepatic portal vein, to the liver, allowing for detoxification and metabolism before it joins the systemic circulation. Blood from the intestine is routed through the hepatic portal vein to the liver, allowing for the detoxification and metabolism before it joins the systemic circulation. Next one is coronary circulation. Supply blood specifically to the cardiac muscles, critical for the sustenance of heart, The next one is this is the diagram of both type of circulation, systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. From here, these are vena cava. Take and brings deoxygenated blood, and from here blood goes in lungs through pulmonary artery for oxygenations, and from lungs pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein brings blood to the left auricle, left auricle to left ventricle, and after the oxygenated blood pumps from left ventricles by aorta to whole body, and this is systemic circulations. Both type of circulation is shown here. Regulation of cardiac activity, mechanism of cardiac regulation, mechanism of cardiac regulation, intrinsic regulation, mechanism of cardiac regulation, intrinsic regulation, myogenic activity, the heart spacing and contracts are a primarily contract by a specialized nodal tissue, making the heart inherently capable of regulating its activity. Myogenic, heart is myogenic and controlled, specialized by nodal tissue, These are the intrinsic regulator. Next one is extrinsic regulation. This is controlled by autonomic nervous system, ANS. In extrinsic regulation controlled by autonomic nervous system, ANS. And the next one is extrinsic regulation, autonomic nervous system, ANS. Sympathetic nervous system, enhance the heart rate. Sympathetic nervous system enhance the heart rate and the strengthen of ventricular contraction, increasing cardiac output and increasing cardiac output. This is a sympathetic nervous system which enhance the heart rate and the strengthen of ventricular contraction, increasing cardiac output. Parasympathetic nervous system, PNS, reduce the heart rate. Parasympathetic nervous system reduce the heart rate and the speed of action potential, conduction, decreasing cardiac output. Adrenal medullary hormones, these hormones such as adrenaline can also increase cardiac output. Adrenal medullary hormones, these hormones such as adrenaline can also increase cardiac output. The next one is disorder of circulatory system, common cardiovascular disorder, one is hypertension, high blood pressure, defined as a consistent blood pressure measurement of 140/90 mmHg or higher, this is called is hypertension. Hypertension is a major risk factor for heart disease and damage to other vital organs. Damage to other vital organs like as the brain and kidneys. Like as the brain and kidney. These are the disorder of circulatory system, common cardiovascular disorder, hypertension, high blood pressure, defined as a consistent blood pressure measurement of 140/90 mmHg or higher. Hypertension is a major risk factor for heart disease and damage to other vital organs like the brain and kidney. Coronary artery disease, CAD, coronary artery disease, CAD, coronary artery disease. Pathology involves the narrowing of coronary arteries, due to the accumulation of calcium, fat, cholesterol and fibrous tissues. This condition is called atherosclerosis. Pathology involves the narrowing of coronary arteries due to the accumulation of calcium, fat, cholesterol and fibrous tissue, and this condition is called atherosclerosis. Impact: reduced blood flow can lead to chest pain, angina and heart attacks. Impact is reduced blood flow can lead to chest pain, angina and heart attacks. Angina pectoris. Symptoms: characterized by acute chest pain. In angina pectoris, there is a acute chest pain due to insufficient of oxygen, reaching the heart muscles, often triggered by physical activity or stress. It also can trigger by stress. This is the angina pectoris. The next one is heart failure. Description: when the heart cannot pump blood sufficiently, it means heart failure, to meet the body's need. Heart failure descriptions occurs when the heart cannot pump blood sufficiently to meet the body's needs. Symptoms often involves congestion of lungs. Leading to breathing difficulty. Distinguishing from other condition, heart failure is different from cardiac arrest. Heart failure is different from cardiac arrest. Complete stopping of the heart. In cardiac arrest, complete stopping of the heart. And a heart attack, sudden blockage in heart attack, sudden blockage of blood supply, sudden blockage of blood supply to the heart muscle. This is heart failure. Description occurs when the heart cannot pump blood sufficiently to meet the body needs. Symptoms often involve congestion of lungs, leading to breathing difficulties. Distinguishing from other condition, heart failure is different from cardiac arrest. In cardiac arrest, complete stopping of the heart, complete stopping of the heart. And a heart attack, sudden blockage of blood supply to the heart muscles, to the heart muscles. These were the coronary artery disease, CAD, heart failure, cardiac arrest, angina pectoris. And the blood circulatory system has finished. Again, read, these were the important lines which I described through PPT. Thank you, students. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.